Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Good morning. Why is my leaderboard so crooked? Good morning. Welcome to the PreStream podcast for Tuesday. That's right, June 21st, 2022. Welcome to my 7th consecutive day of full-time streaming this week. Incidentally, it is my final full-time streaming day this week. Man, do we have a lot to talk about today. I've kind of shared with you guys on Twitter the fact that this morning has been one of the most annoying, calamitous mornings for me in recent history. There's a saying. It's called Murphy's Law. And that saying goes as follows. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. Okay? Pretty true. If anything starts to go wrong, usually it's all just a big tidal wave, right? There's also another saying, everything comes in threes. So you would think if one thing went wrong and another thing went wrong, expect a third. So far today, in just the few hours I've been awake, 5 things have gone wrong. And continuing on. Now, of course, they're not all horrible things, but still, it's kind of like, one annoying thing today. Big deal. First world problem. Second annoying thing. Who cares? Third annoying thing. All right, now it's starting to kind of add up. This is getting ridiculous. Fourth annoying thing. What the hell is happening today? Are the planets aligned? Fifth annoying thing. I think there's a voodoo curse put on me today. It's the only explanation. And the day has just begun. I actually started my stream on the later side today because I was stuck in the kitchen trying to eat my breakfast and drink my coffee quickly so I could get up here to get started. And luckily, I did get the stream started on time. So here we are. We're starting the podcast at the correct time. Thank goodness. But we're going to talk on the pre-stream, obviously, about everything going wrong. We're also going to talk about some of the stuff going on around my streams and my ongoing playthroughs and the like to give everyone a big update on the status of certain things. Because I'm sure you guys are interested on the status of certain things, like what's going on with this playthrough or that playthrough. I'm already getting questions on the pre-stream. Before we even started the pre-stream in the chat, people are asking me questions. So we'll talk about all that today. And of course, we got a very, very exciting schedule coming up later this week with all the new releases and everything that are about to hit. So, very nice. Now, where do we even start? Right? I guess we should start at the beginning. Why don't we just start with today? All right? Rather than me get ahead of myself with the schedule and everything. So, first of all, not that I'm even counting this as a thing wrong, but this morning my wife went to work and Jasper was up because when she gets up, he gets up. Okay, I mean, he's not going to stay asleep if she gets up and I continue to sleep. He's going to get up too. So as she's getting ready for work, he wants to wake me up. And I'm like, Jasper, I don't have to be up yet. He's bugging me. Oh, so already you get that one of those days where it's a bad start because I didn't get to sleep soundly in the morning because Jasper really wanted me to be up. Okay, excuse me. So I finally get up and immediately I notice it's already warmer than usual. I'm like, oh, that's right. Today we're supposed to have warm weather. Today, actually, ladies and gentlemen, is officially the first day of the summer solstice here in I think it's the northern hemisphere. So as of today, it is summertime. And I'm actually clicking on the weather. Yeah, it's going to get pretty warm in the afternoon later as the sun comes out fully. Yep. So already I'm noticing that it's getting warmer. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to turn on the air conditioners and everything by the time I get my stream started for sure. Because as soon as that sun comes out and starts hitting the wall over here, the whole house is going to heat up by like 15, 20 degrees. So, I start to get my day going. Now, for clarification purposes, today is the 21st of June. Normally, my day off is a Tuesday. All right? Like the last few months, if you take a look at my scheduled days off, it's always been a Tuesday. So I would have normally not streamed today. The 21st of the month is historically when I get paid by YouTube. To kind of elaborate on that, everything that I do on YouTube, including making ad revenue on my videos, people who become members of the channel, people who gift memberships to the channel, and super chats, super stickers, super thanks, all of those methods of making profit on YouTube, monetizing your content, all get gathered together into one bucket, okay? And then once a month, YouTube pays a content creator like me for their work. Typically, it's supposed to be today, the 21st. Now, there are some times when it doesn't happen. For example, last month, the 21st fell on a Saturday. And because of that, my payment was delayed until late on Monday. Now, I know that doesn't make sense. If you're supposed to get paid earlier, why do you get paid later? Something to do with the banks, I don't know. There's sometimes when I'm scheduled to get paid on a Sunday and I didn't get paid till like Wednesday. Okay? So, that being said, usually when you're on a normal day, that's a normal day you'll get paid by YouTube, meaning it's not a bank holiday, it's not any kind of a national holiday, it's not a weekend. When it's on a normal business day like today is, okay, if you're going to get paid by YouTube, you will get paid right away, like overnight. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and my payment is through. And I'm like, wow, awesome. Now, everything I need to do that I've been holding off on, like paying my freaking mortgage, paying this bill, paying that bill, can all get done. Now, in addition, this week, okay, we're in a situation where, luckily, my day off is tomorrow. Because normally my day off would have been a Tuesday. Well, guess what? I wake up this morning and I'm checking my emails and I'm checking my bank account. There's nothing. There's no payment from YouTube. What happened? I don't know what's going on. So I go and I check my, AdSense settings and everything. Everything's fine. It's set up to receive payment. YouTube just hasn't set any payments yet. So I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good, obviously. I hope there's nothing going wrong. I don't know. Because YouTube doesn't contact you if something is wrong. They don't. So I'm hoping now that at some point during today, I'll be checking my emails frequently. I'll be doing all this. I'm hoping that at some point during today, I get my payment from YouTube. I'm supposed to, but who knows? Now, here's the thing. I know Jasper wants attention. People are saying your cat wants attention. Yesterday was the observance of a new national holiday that was actually on Sunday. It's called Juneteenth, okay? So this is a new national holiday. That means the banks are closed. That means, he's looking at me. That means the banks are closed. That means government agencies are closed, okay? Now, normally it would have been on Sunday. But because Sunday was already a day off for the government and banks, because, they need so many days off a week. They're very hard workers. No sarcasm there. They observed it on Monday. So a lot of people got 3-day weekends this week between if they worked at a bank or a financial institution or a government job, okay? Today, it's supposed to be back to business as usual. Jasper just laid down on my lap, which he never does. He's not a lap cat. Jasper, what are you doing? Are you going to stay on my lap for the pre-stream? He never does this. He doesn't do this with Cat either. Wow. Well, I guess he really wants to just relax with me today. I'll pet him. I'll be like Dr. Claw today, and I'll pet him. I'll say, I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. Here we go. I'll pet him. All right, so anyway. So there really is no legitimate reason why I wouldn't have gotten paid by YouTube yet, besides for some reason they're lagging behind, they're slow. Like I said, I even checked my AdSense account and settings. It doesn't say the payment's coming through yet. So it's not even a matter of, oh, they sent the payment and the bank's holding it. It's just not here yet. They didn't even send it yet. So why? It's usually here by now. And yes, makes me nervous. It's very alarming for me, and here's why. I rely on that big payment once a month to pay all my major bills. If I don't have that on time, my bills are late. In addition to that, tomorrow's my day off. Tomorrow, I actually have to do a bunch of shopping trips to catch up because last week, I was penny pinching. Last week, I had no money. I had just enough to make ends meet and get everything I needed on my day off. So there were certain things I purposely skimped on. We are out of many things in this house right now. We've been stretching thin over the course of the week. And now, tomorrow, I need to get them, or else we don't have them. And if I don't get paid by YouTube, I'm not going to have enough for tomorrow. This sucks. This really does. So, the only thing that really sucks on top of it, compounding it, is that, this week, I've had multiple streams when I basically had incredibly slow streams. If you take a look at the last 2 Skyrim streams that I did, One of them I made 16 bucks. Last night I made like 30, right? So that's what I mean. Like, I'm already in a situation where things are slow, and I just keep telling myself, don't get nervous, don't worry about it, you're going to get paid. And then I wake up, and I didn't get paid. It sucks, okay? So yeah, this is a big thing. This is a problem, and this annoys the shit out of me, okay? Now, that's just number one. So let me continue. So I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm not paid yet. What else could go wrong today? Now, yesterday something went wrong. I talked about it yesterday, but let me reiterate what happened. Yesterday, I did a PreStream podcast here, right? Correct. And when I did a PreStream podcast, it was a good one because it covered my history and knowledge of the Castlevania series, which tied in with me starting to play the Castlevania Anniversary Collection on yesterday's premiere stream. It was really fun, okay? So, I went to upload the PreStream yesterday, and it freezes at 5% uploading and won't go further. Why? What happened? I don't know. So, I go back, I play the video on my computer, it works fine. There's nothing wrong with the video, it's not corrupted. So I don't know what's going wrong with it. So, later that day, I try to re-upload it again. It locks at 5% and won't upload any further. And I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. This is like, what is going on? So, ultimately what I decided to do last night, I said, I'm not going to try to keep uploading it. It's not going to work. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use YouTube's built-in video editor. Yes, YouTube has a built-in video editor. Any video you upload to YouTube or any stream that you stream to YouTube, that once that video is live on YouTube, you can now go into a built-in video editor in your browser and either cut the length or do other effects and things to that video, okay? So luckily for me, I've decided, I keep all my streams archived on YouTube just for this reason. Now, once the stream is done and goes offline, I make it private, and then I have separate videos that go live for each segment. So there'll be one video for the pre-stream, and then separate gameplay videos for that stream. There's not one raw stream of 6-7 hours that's unedited, you see? So anyway, I have this unedited stream archived. I said, I'm going to edit it on YouTube just down to the hour-and-a-half pre-stream podcast, and we'll have that become the video that people can watch on YouTube after the fact. So what do? I do just that. Around 6:30 p.m. last night, before my second stream, I sit down, I go into the video editor, I go zoop, I cut off the beginning, zoop, I cut off all the gameplay at the end. It's about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minute podcast. All right, ready? Edit and save. Okay, processing. And it processed and processed. I did my entire late stream last night of Skyrim, and it processed and processed. Okay, all the Skyrim videos are uploaded. It's like midnight. I check again. Processing. Okay, I guess we'll leave it running overnight. I leave it running overnight. I wake up this morning. I'm not paid by YouTube, so I'm already at my PC, right? I'm like, okay, I'm just curious. Let's see when that podcast went live, and let me make sure that it's in the playlist. I go to check it. It's still processing. Ladies and gentlemen, as of right now, this very moment, it's still processing. I set this up 17 hours ago, and YouTube's video editor still has not edited the video to be the pre-stream podcast. So, for anyone out there who says, you should be using YouTube's video editor, it's convenient, it's fun, that's why it's there. I say to you, fuck off. You're wrong. It's a piece of dog shit. It doesn't work. It never did. With the rare times when I try to use it for anything, this is the kind of thing that happens. It's incredibly inconsistent. It rarely works within any kind of a good time period. And in this case, editing down like a 5 to 6 hour stream down to an hour and a half, 17 hours, still processing. Hasn't finished. So, for those of you who want to watch the pre-stream podcast from yesterday, all that you're going to find in the playlist of podcasts is the entire stream. It's supposed to eventually just be the podcast, but I can't make YouTube work. YouTube just doesn't like yesterday's stream for some reason. It wouldn't let me upload the pre-stream. It won't let me edit down the pre-stream. Apparently, it's a cursed pre-stream, which is funny, because the pre-stream is about Castlevania. So there you go. All right. So that's annoying thing number 2 this morning. Okay? So now I head downstairs. So, first things first, all right? I'm doing things, in the morning, got to do a few things. My wife's at work, so I'm doing things in the kitchen, getting the dishwasher loaded up and doing various different things for the day. And there's a few things I need to do. So one thing that I have to do is give Jasper his morning treat. I always give him a treat in the morning. Now, here's one of the things, perfect example, that sadly, I don't have the treats that Jasper likes. We ran out during the week, and last week, because I was penny pinching, I didn't have enough money to buy a new slew of treats. We have treats for him, but some of the treats we have, he doesn't particularly like that much. Sometimes he'll eat them, sometimes he won't. He's finicky about them. That's all we have left. So I get him a treat. What it is, it's chunks of white meat chicken in a broth. He doesn't really like that. He prefers fish. Anything fish, he goes crazy for. Chicken, and not really, but sometimes he'll eat it. So I'm like, well, what can I do? So I get a little paper bowl for him. I put it in, I put it down. He gets one look at it. He looks at me. He looks back down at it. He looks at me. Like, what is this shit? He's like, what is that? Where's my fish? What? I don't want this. Chicken? Chicken's for plebeians. I'm a sophisticated cat. I demand the fish. I'm Jasper Kitty, I'm sorry. I don't have the fish today. I'm really sorry. Tomorrow's the day off. I'm going to try to get you more if I get fucking paid. So I hope that we get... He's like, I'm not having... He walks... So, of course, now I feel bad, right? Now, while that's happening, that's thing number 3 that goes wrong, okay? I'm distracted, okay? Now, far be it from me to tell you things that I have in my home. Because if I do so, a certain group of stalkerish, mentally challenged fuckwads on the internet will try to spin it into something negative. So I'm not going to tell you the full details of what happened next, but I will tell you that I was basically distracted by Jasper not liking his treat. And I'm frustrated, and I do something not paying attention, and I destroy something in my kitchen. Like, not looking. Just boom. And I turn, I said, what the fuck? I said, what just happened? Now I'm looking at the clock, right? At this point, I have maybe 20 to 25 minutes left on my stream. And I turn back and I'm like, I'm not going to have time to try to fix this. Can I fix this? Okay. Oh, great. I did try. I failed miserably. I didn't fix it. I can't believe I just did this. Okay? So now, something else is messed. So that's the 4th thing that went wrong this morning. Okay? So now I'm like, this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, this is insane. So now I'm in a rush, because now I have less than 20 minutes to basically make my breakfast, eat it, and then rush up and get the stream going. Okay? So I make a tweet to everyone, oh, I'm probably going to be late today, because everything possible is going wrong right now. All right? So what do I have in the morning? Well, I have different things I could have. I could have a bowl of cereal. I could have a bagel with like cream cheese. I could have a microwave burrito. In this case, I'm like, I'll just have a microwave burrito. It's quick. It's 90 seconds. Boom. Cools down for a minute. I can wolf it down. So I toss my microwave burrito in there. It's going. And I'm like, okay, great. You know, I start having my coffee. I'm like, something's broken in my kitchen. I feel like shit. By the way, I'm like, Kat's at work. Should I text her to tell her about what I broke so that she knows when she comes home what's going on? Or do I not want to stress her out? She's already at work. Do I stress her out even extra by saying I broke something in the kitchen? So I'm thinking about all these things, right? And then, okay. So I open up the microwave. My burrito exploded everywhere. Now the burrito was in packaging, and you have to cut the edge of the packaging open to microwave the burrito. It had launched out like a torpedo, and it splattered all over the fucking microwave. It's everywhere. I'm like, I've never seen it this bad. I never in my life have I seen such a mess from a microwave burrito. It was like a loaded gun that just... Oh my God. There's egg, there's cheese, there's peppers. It's like everywhere. So that's thing number 5. All right? Within just a couple of hours. Thing number 5 that went wrong. I'm like, oh my God. So I pull out the shell of my burrito with like 2 chunks of egg left in it because they all exploded out. I put it down on a paper towel and I'm scrubbing this microwave while I'm trying to eat the burrito shell while I'm sipping my coffee. Jasper's upset because there's no treat for him that he likes. He could eat the treat if he wanted. He doesn't want the chicken treat. I got something broken in my kitchen. My fucking pre-stream still isn't processed. I haven't gotten paid by YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to get paid in time for my day off tomorrow. What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, Jasper. No, I'm sorry, Jasper. I alerted him. I'm very sorry. I'm angry. I'm just venting. It's okay. He's upset now. He looked at me. He's like, why did you do that? I'm sorry, Jasper Kitty. I didn't mean to. It's okay. You can calm down. Okay, he's starting to calm down. All right. Now, in addition to all of that, today already is a jam-packed day for me. Like, I'm streaming right now, pre-stream podcast. After that, we're starting Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, which is arguably the most annoying game in the whole Castlevania franchise because they turned this one into an RPG rather than a side-scroller. Even though it has side-scrolling, gameplay like the first game, it's got RPG elements that are incredibly annoying and everyone don't like about the game. It's also incredibly cryptic. So I'm going to need help. If I can't figure stuff out, either you guys got to help me or I got to look it up. Because there's certain things in the game there's no way you would even know without prerequisite knowledge of it, okay? So I'm going to do my best to try to get through the game today, but I don't know how it's going to go, all right? We'll see. It's, the first time I'm ever playing it, so I don't have previous playthroughs in my mind to remember how to do stuff. I'm just going from scratch, okay? So we got that coming up. As soon as I'm done with today's stream and I upload, I got to run because I got to go have leftovers for dinner, and then I have to work out, and then I have to shave and shower, and then I'm back here tonight for Toy Story 2 with you guys on the late stream at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, and then after that, finally, I'll have some time to spend with my wife after my late stream, all right? So it's like busy, no downtime, just busy, moving, full force, full motion all day long, not even a moment to sit down and relax. It is what it is, right? So, yeah, that's my day today. I'm really, and the funny part is like, well, tomorrow is my day off. Now, tomorrow, my wife and I already talked, and we're just going to have a day where technically we stay home. We're not going to go out and do anything, but I still need to go out and run the errands. I need to go grocery shopping. I have to get pet supplies for Jasper. And as I just told you guys, we're out of certain things in the house that we didn't get last week. We skimped for a whole week because we were so penny pinching last week. So I need to go out and get those things tomorrow. But now I don't even know what's going to happen because I didn't get paid. So if I don't, I mean, again, all day, you may periodically notice me checking my phone, okay? Wondering what's going on. Is my phone okay? Is everything okay? Am I going to get paid? Right? I don't know. I'm nervous about this. Genuinely, I'm nervous about this. So, no, I don't have, yeah, someone just said, don't you have credit cards? No. 2 years ago, I declared bankruptcy. It was a little over 2 years ago now. I have no credit. I will not have credit for about another 5 to 7 years. That's how long it will take until someone will grant me any kind of credit. So, yeah, I live paycheck to paycheck on tips on streams and being paid by YouTube. That's literally how I make a living and how I pay for everything. So, it just is what it is. I'm stuck right now, So, yeah, stressful day for me today, to say the least, okay? Stressful day. Let's see how today goes. I'm hoping we have fun on streams. I'm hoping that I do get paid, I'm hoping that it's not, stress mania today. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Again, there's no reason why I shouldn't have gotten paid. It's just not logical that it didn't happen yet. Let's hope that it happens over the course of today. But here's the thing. Thank God that this week my day off changed. What if my day off was scheduled for Tuesday like usual and I was counting on this money coming through? It's not here. What happened? I would have had a day off with no money. And I'm sitting at home doing nothing, and I probably would have had to have an additional day off to do everything tomorrow. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm just venting. I'm just letting you guys know that's what's going on with me. So if you notice today, I might be on edge. If you notice today, I'm kind of stressed out. That's what's going on with me. 5 different things have already happened. And the thing is, like, it seems like today is going to be the torrent of shit. Like, it really feels to me like today, the sky's going to open and a big diarrhea rainstorm is going to come down on my head. It's coming right on me. Oh, yeah. Come on, unload. And I guess that's okay. As long as it happens today and then tomorrow's fine, I guess that's all right. So if anything that can go wrong happens today, I guess we'll get it out of the way. Right? Oh, my God. All right. So how can you help? All right. Matter of factly, tip me today. That's it. That's really, first of all, be positive on my streams, please. I need some nice positivity today. Let's have fun today. Let's chill. Let's relax with a classic of Castlevania and another classic in Toy Story 2. Let's have a good retro throwback day. Okay? No negativity, no shitty attitudes, no people being fucking dickheads. All right? Just be nice and positive. That would really help me out. But if you want to help concretely, tipping would help. Yes, if you tip me today, those are funds I can use for my day off tomorrow. Right now, I don't have even close to enough funds for my day off tomorrow because I was budgeting for having a payment come through. It didn't come through. So now I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. So yes, tipping today would absolutely positively help alleviate my worries about my day off tomorrow. Okay? Thank you in advance to anyone who would do that. AMC, I'm not timing you out because I've had enough of your bullshit. I literally just said, let's not be dicks to me today, and here you are, so enjoy your time out. Fucking stupid idiot. Okay. So, now, let us continue on. I'm not going to be mentioning this all day. I just want to get off my chest because, yes, it's bothering me a lot. Okay? All right. Let's talk about this today. Let's talk about the rest of the week and the exciting stuff coming up. Okay? So, first of all, today, Castlevania Anniversary Collection continues. Today we're playing Simon's Quest, which is Castlevania 2. Now again, Castlevania 2 is different from 1 because they added in a few really weird RPG-esque elements. First of all, the game has a day to night cycle. When it hits day and night, all the enemies in the world change and the lighting changes. But it's also annoying because a pop-up message keeps popping up on the screen interrupting your gameplay. It's very jarring. Okay? Now, in addition to that, the game has actual grinding elements because you need to pay for items in town with currency you get by killing monsters, but it's not currency, it's hearts. You kill monsters, they drop hearts, and you buy items with them in the town. Okay, sure, whatever you say. Why? I don't know. It's kind of out of place in this particular game. Now, in addition to that, as I've already stated, this game has really cryptic things in it that you would never figure out by yourself. Even trial and error, I mean, it's really stretching it to say you would figure it out by trial and error. Back in the day, the only way that people figured out how to do stuff in this game is because Nintendo made a strategy guide and also revealed the game secrets in Nintendo Power magazine. So through Nintendo telling people how to play it, they figured out how to play it and beat it. Without those things, people would have never figured this shit out. It's that bad, okay? Now, here's the thing. I never, ever played this game before. I've only seen others play it or heard of it through others, okay? So, that being said, I likely am going to run into a lot of problems today with the game, not knowing what to do or where to go. I hope that perhaps some of you guys know and have played it before and can help me out. If not, and I get stuck, I might have to look stuff up. And there's just nothing you can do with an old game like this. It's cryptic. That's literally what everyone else did. Everyone else went out and got Nintendo Power or bought the strategy guide or bought a book of tips and tricks. And that's how they figured out how to beat this game. Okay? So, let us see what happens today. One thing I can tell you, though, this one has some of the best music of the entire franchise. So I'm pumped to hear the soundtrack of Simon's Quest today. I think it's going to be really exciting. Okay? Now, tonight on the late stream at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time is the continuation of Toy Story 2, a game that I started playing the other day per your requests because you guys feel nostalgic about this game. I found out while exploring PlayStation Plus Premium over the last week that many of you apparently played Toy Story 2 as a game in your childhoods. I never played it before. So playing this as an upscaled game on PS5, it's a PS1 game, but it's in HD now. I mean, the controls stink and the camera sucks, but it's still kind of fun and nostalgic to see, where platformers have come since then. And plus, it's Toy Story, and I like all the movies. So, we're going to continue on with that tonight and see how it goes. Hope you'll join me on late night stream for that. It should be a good way to end my streaming week, okay? Now, tomorrow is my day off. So I hope everything goes fine with that. Now, here's the deal. If I get paid sometime today or overnight into tomorrow, I'm good to go. No worries. Everything's fine. The payment will, I'll have more than enough for tomorrow. The day off will be perfect. No problems. If I don't get paid, and if I don't make a lot on tips today to kind of make up for not getting paid, I can't do stuff tomorrow. I guess what I'll have to do is like bare bones stuff, like probably grocery shopping. And that's about it. So, that being said, like, I know there's things I won't be able to do and afford. And the other problem then is like, okay, I know I'm going to get paid this week at some point. YouTube's not just going to withhold the money forever. I'm getting paid at some point. So if I get paid on, let's say, overnight into Thursday, well, then you might say, well, why don't you just take Thursday off? I mean, I could take 2 days off, I guess, to have the day off on Thursday to do everything I need to do. But then what about Sonic Origins that comes out on Thursday? And then you might say, well, if you don't get paid overnight into tomorrow, why don't you just stream tomorrow and then have Thursday off? Because Sonic Origins comes out on Thursday. You see? So it's kind of like I'm screwed. I'm in a situation that I really don't know what to do. There's no good answer here. Sure, I could delay my day off till Thursday. You're right, I could do that. And I could stream tomorrow. But then if I do that, I can't play Sonic Origins. So I'm kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't, So we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep a positive attitude. I'm going to believe that at some point today, my payment's coming through. I'm just going to believe that. And hopefully I'll rest assured I'll feel better. Obviously on the late stream tonight, I'll let you know what happened. Okay? And we'll go from there. Anyway. So tomorrow will be my day off, hopefully. If everything goes according to plan, then I'll be back on Thursday. And that's when the new content hits, and I'm very excited for this. So Thursday's main gameplay stream will be Sonic Origins. Now, what is Sonic Origins? Well, it's Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and then, it's Sonic and Knuckles and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Okay? So if you don't know, holy shit, email. Whoa! Whoa! Email. Whoa! Shit. Well, Emo just sent me a giant tip. Emo, thank you so much, man. Seriously, that is so amazing. I'm really appreciative of that. Thank you so very much. I'm going to update that when I get to shoutouts. In the meantime, I guess we can have people start voting on what you want to see for your rewards today. Thank you so much, Email. Dylan, really, that will help me a ton tomorrow. You have no idea. It's going to take some stress off of me now because that's significantly helping me for my day off tomorrow. Thank you so much, Email. Okay. So, let me get the polls going. The first poll will be for what hat? Which hat is Simon's Quest best? The cowboy, the Pikachu, the fake hair hat, or we won't do Viking. Let's do the digital camo military hat. We never put that one in the running. Right? We seriously never do that. So you guys vote on that, and then later in the pre-stream podcast, I'll do the second poll for the vest. Thank you, Ebill. Seriously, it helps a ton, man. So I'll update the leaderboard in a bit. Okay. So, if everything goes according to plan, and I get paid and everything, then on Thursday it's the premiere of Sonic Origins, which is Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is the combination of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. Okay? Already I'm seeing all this ridiculous controversy on the internet oh, they had to change the music of Sonic 3 because Michael Jackson actually made some of the tracks for Sonic 3, and now his estate is tied up in all this litigation, so you can't use those tracks, so there's new tracks, and the tracks suck. They're nowhere near as good as the original Sonic 3 tracks. I can't believe the music sucks so bad. It's like, dude, fucking, we want to talk about first world problems. You know? Like, listen, you like the soundtrack, I get it, but you can still play those originals if you want. There's various methods you can do that. It sucks that they couldn't re-release this. It really sucks they couldn't re-release it with the original tracks. But are you seriously going to sit there and just whine about it on the internet constantly? What are you going to do? For me, I'm happy that these games are getting a modern re-release. As you know, I've played Sonic 1 and 2 recently on the Genesis Mini. And I also had those previously on Xbox Live. Sonic 3 and Knuckles and stuff, and Sonic CD, I never played before. So this is going to be a good opportunity for me to play those games. Plus, from what I'm going to understand with this collection, there's new features and things added. I don't really know the ins and outs of it. But it seems like a really good collection. I'm excited for it, okay? So, I'm going to be playing this this coming Thursday on the main gameplay streams, the premiere. Now, what will I play? That's up to you. Because I already played Sonic 1 and 2 recently. So I guess the question here is, would you guys want me to start over and play Sonic 1 and 2 again? Or do you want to see me start with maybe Sonic 3, the Sonic that I've never done a playthrough of before? Do you want me to do Sonic CD? Right? I don't know. It's really up to you. What we'll probably do is on the pre-stream on Thursday, I'll do a poll for you guys to determine what game to play first. And likely what I'll do my history with Sonic games on the pre-stream to let you guys know which ones I played, when I played them first, what I thought of them, and stuff like that. Just like I did with Castlevania yesterday, I'll do the same thing with Sonic the Hedgehog this coming Thursday, okay? So that should be a fun pre-stream podcast to get us in the mood, and then jump into classic Sonic stuff. Okay, then, on the late stream, it's likely going to be the conclusion of Toy Story 2, because I've already played it for around 3 hours. I'm going to play it for another 2 hours tonight, and then we're going to have another stream, Thursday night. Between all that, I'm probably going to beat the game. I've heard the game's only between 6-7 hours long anyway, so likely it's going to complete on Thursday night, okay? Then, on Friday and Saturday, I'm very excited. I mean, seriously, I'm really excited for Friday and Saturday, and here's why. Capcom Fighting Collection is finally here! Finally, the wait has been ridiculous. The wait has been so effing long for these games to come out. And they're finally coming out, okay? So this is a collection featuring lots of old school Capcom fighting style games from the arcades, including every version of the Darkstalkers franchise ever made. This is the fighting game franchise that features monsters from like mythology and the Hollywood movies. Also, Hyper Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition. It's an amalgamation of all the versions of Street Fighter 2 into one game. Also, Cyberbots, a fighting game where basically there's humans who pilot giant mechs. Also, Red Earth, which is a fantasy-style quest beat-em-up game that really doesn't have competitive multiplayer, but it was still a game that Capcom tossed out in the 90s. And then 2 puzzle-style games. The first is Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, the only puzzle game Capcom ever put out in the 90s that plays similarly to a few other things. I'd say maybe Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine and a few other games like that. But then also Gem Fighter Mini Mix, which is an actual fighting game spin-off of the puzzle game. I know that sounds really weird, and when you see it in action, you're going to be like, this is a weird game. It is. It's funny, though. It's a funny game, but it's very odd. Okay? So, all that being said, okay, I'm excited for this collection starting on Friday. How am I covering it? Daytime streams, I'll be playing these games offline through their arcade or story modes, because some of them have, I think Red Earth has a story or quest mode, while the others just have arcade mode. So I'll be playing through these games from start to finish with various different characters, showing you the differences between each one. For example, with Darkstalkers, every version has a little tweak or a little difference. Sometimes there's new characters added to the mix. If there's a new character that's playable, I'll play with them during that run. So it should be pretty exciting to see how this goes, trying out all these games. Some of these, I've never played Red Earth. I've never played Cyberbots. So it's the first time ever for me playing those games, while the others I actually do have some experience in, okay? So that's the daytime coverage, okay? The night coverage, all right, is going to be multiplayer. So I'll be jumping online and seeing what games or what games are being played multiplayer. I'm going to assume Darkstalkers and Hyper Street Fighter 2 will be the two big ones. I also think that Gem Fighter Mini Mix will be a funny one because it's such a quirky, cartoony game that people might like playing it online because it looks silly. But I'll be honest, I don't think Red Earth was ever played as a competitive game ever. And on top of that, Cyberbots as well. Like, I never even saw Cyberbots in arcades. I never even found an arcade machine ever of it. So I guess we'll see how they play. I don't know if those are going to be played online competitively or not. But I'm going to give it a shot. And, all right, I'm going to start banning idiot trolls here. I'm just going to get rid of them. Goodbye. Fucking idiots. Okay, so all that being said, I'm excited for this. All right, it's going to be 2 straight days of fighting game coverage. All right, this collection is now going to replace Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection for a weekly playthrough of old school Street Fighter in Friday Night Fights. It's now going to be the Capcom Fighting Collection, so we're going to be playing Darkstalkers, Hyper Street Fighter 2, and if people play those other games, those as well, taking over for the old things. Okay. So 2 straight days of coverage of this, Friday, Saturday, all right? Sunday, we're going to go back to Sonic Origins, and then Sunday night, I'm probably going to play Skyrim, maybe for the final time, all right? So allow me to explain what's going on with that, all right? So for those who have not followed the playthrough, where have you been for the last 6 months, okay? Back during my Christmas marathon, yes, Christmas of 2021 marathon, people voted for me to play Skyrim again on the Xbox Series X because I now had one, and everyone had heard that the game had a new version on Xbox Series X, Anniversary Edition, that ran much better. So, I decided that I would do so. I had it as part of the marathon. People then demanded that I immediately start a full playthrough of the game because they loved it so much. So, over the month of January, Skyrim was one of my main gameplay streams, being played in 3-hour increments all the time. We made major headway in progress. Then, in the months of February and March, I had to scale the game back because there were new releases coming out, and therefore it became a night stream, okay? In the month of... Excuse me, that was absolutely disgusting, but I wanted to get it out of the way. Basically, it was a night stream for several months. Then in the month of May, things dramatically slowed down, and there were no new releases. There were no new releases, okay? So I brought Skyrim back as a main gameplay stream again for a few weeks, okay? Now, new releases have started to come out again, so I've now turned Skyrim back into a late night stream. Well, here's the deal. As of last night, we beat the Dawnguard DLC, which was the second and final DLC for the game. So the only thing left to do is to beat the game. Now, there are a few odds and end quests left. In fact, last night I did a couple of those. But I have distinctly noticed a change in attitude towards Skyrim in the last few sessions, okay? While previously, people were first enjoying Skyrim as a nostalgic throwback to a playthrough from 10 years ago, this only being my second time ever playing it. Then, over those months of February, March, April, people treated Skyrim as, oh, this is the fun late-night chill stream where we can relax with Phil and talk, and it's not a major focus really on story or progress, but we can just have a good time with Phil. And people used that stream for that purpose, you see? But then these last few sessions that I've actually just started doing things, all right? I've noticed people just don't care about the game anymore. They're no longer paying attention to what's going on. Very few people on these late night streams of Skyrim are even talking about Skyrim. Many people are trying to start conversations that have nothing to do with it, which is fine. But in general, I've noticed people kind of being disengaged, actually now going off and talking about other subjects, which obviously is not good. When you're playing a game, you want people to be following along the game. And in particular, the last few sessions, it's funny because 3 sessions ago, we hit all the tips goals and exceeded all the tips goals. It was amazing. I was like, wow, I guess people are happy Skyrim's back as a late night stream. And then the last 2 times I played it, we raised $16 and $33 respectively. Each stream there, in order. So, some of the slowest streams I've ever had. In general, what I'm seeing as feedback is people are like, we've had enough. The game's great, but you've played it for 6 months. You really dragged it out as long as you possibly could, doing all the content that you found. We appreciate that, but at this point, it's time to put it to rest. It's now the summer. Today's officially the first day of summer. We want new content. We're tired of Skyrim. We'd rather see many different things, whether it be, another playthrough entirely, whether it be a new RPG to take over for Skyrim, or maybe another. And some people this morning were actually, if you can believe it, we're actually saying, let's just listen to this. We want you to start playing either Oblivion or Fallout immediately. And I was like, what? What? You want me to stop playing an insanely lengthy Bethesda playthrough and immediately jump into another insanely lengthy Bethesda playthrough? That doesn't sound right to me. You know what I mean? That sounds like a bad idea. Okay? So what I think we're going to do, we're going to try to wrap up Skyrim over this weekend, whether it's Sunday night or maybe it's like Tuesday night, whatever next week. I want to try to beat Skyrim next week. Once Skyrim is done, all right, we're going to move into something new. What? I don't know yet, but I have some candidates in my head. Maybe it could be something retro like Earthbound. Maybe we could do other things like Super Mario Brothers 2 that I was teasing. Maybe we could do that as a chill retro stream. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. But, okay, this is what I'm thinking here, is that we want to do something different to break stuff up. I'm not opposed to playing a Fallout. By the way, it's not going to be Oblivion. We're just playing Skyrim. There's no way we're going right into Oblivion. That would be insane. I'd be crazy. There's no way I'm doing that. If you guys wanted a Fallout game, whether Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, because both are on Xbox Series X under Game Pass, and both run beautifully. From people who are saying, these games run at full 60 frames, 1080p. They look gorgeous on the Series X, apparently. Okay? If you remember, that's always been a major issue. Fallout 3 always kind of ran poorly on the Xbox 360 that I played it on. And Fallout 4, I played on Xbox One, and it ran poorly on that. So it would be like, wow, I get to replay those games now at correct frame rate and everything. It'll be really good. Okay? So, I wouldn't be opposed to playing either. But no way I'm doing it right now. What I would think is, let's maybe have a fun summer where we do some retro stuff. We want to do some shorter projects, shorter art, like Earthbound. That's a shorter RPG. It's fun. It's quirky as shit. It's completely unique and different. Okay? So that would be something interesting to do, rather than, let's do another lengthy Bethesda RPG that takes 6 months to beat. Don't want to do that right now. I'm not saying I won't do it eventually, just not right now. Okay? So let's have a fun summer, right? Let's have some good stuff we're doing together, and then at a future date, maybe in the fall or whatever, come back and say, hey, let's do the next Bethesda playthrough. All right? But we got to beat Skyrim. So here's the thing. Next time I play Skyrim, I have one focus: getting the rest of the Dragon Priest masks. I think I have 2 or 3 left that I didn't find. I want to get them. I want to go to Labyrinthian. I want to do that quest line, because for me, that's one of the culmination quest lines of the game. You've gone through all this world. You've beaten all these different Dragon Priests of various different quests. Once you get all the masks, you get the ultimate reward mask, remember? I want to do that. So definitely I want to do that. Then once that's done, then my focus is beating the story. And then once the story is done, we're good to go. Skyrim's complete. We can move on and do other stuff. All right? So, Sunday night, that's what I'm focusing on. Now, as of now, okay, it's looking like my next day off will actually be Wednesday of next week. So, tomorrow is my day off, if I get paid. And then, next week, also, Wednesday should be my day off. Okay? So, we're shifting days. Not Tuesday anymore. It's Wednesday for now. I'm not saying it's going to be Wednesday every week. I'm saying as of now, it's Wednesdays. Okay? So, that means I will be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 6 days, all right? Which means maybe if I don't beat Skyrim on Sunday night, then I can beat it Tuesday night. That'll be epic. That'll be the big finale of Skyrim. After over 6 months of playing it, we'll finally wrap it up and give it a good send-off, okay? Fair enough? All right. Now, as I said, what I'm looking to happen here is play a lot of both Sonic Origins and the Capcom Fighting Collection during the week. Once I feel like I've done enough of the offline content of Capcom Fighting Collection, then I'm going to be playing it exclusively as a late night multiplayer stream. And it'll definitely settle into being a Friday Night Fights game. Okay? If not more than that. If you guys are really liking the multiplayer, I'm not opposed to playing it more than once a week on the late night streams too. But let's see how things go before we make those kind of judgments. Because keep in mind, I'm still going to be juggling the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, so at some point that's going to have to wedge itself in as a night stream. And then we're going to have other stuff going on as well. Okay? All right, cool. Now, a few other things are currently going on. Right now is basically the very tail end of your chance to nominate games for Viewer's Choice. Viewer's Choice is the event where you guys nominate and then later on vote on games for me to play as full playthroughs here on the stream. Basically, now is your last chance because probably when I come back from my break later on this week, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to tally up your nominations and create a poll that you guys will start to vote on to determine the Viewer's Choice game. I have no clue what the options will be because I haven't looked at your nominations. I really have no idea what you guys have nominated, okay? So we're going to see, probably over the course of this weekend, I should have some time to finally sit down, likely, tally up your nominations, and figure out what's going to be the poll, and you'll start voting, okay? In addition to that, during the final week of June, which is right around the corner, we're going to start to seriously discuss what you guys want to see for the next React event. There's going to be a React marathon coming up, likely in very early July, okay? What I'm going to be doing is reacting to certain content, whether it be documentaries, whether it be countdowns, whether it be supernatural videos, true crime videos. I'm not sure yet. We're going to talk about that soon. Once we hammer that in what I'm doing, all right, then we're going to schedule a day where there's going to be a marathon where not only will I be reacting to stuff during the day, but also there'll be a live feasting with the king, but we'll order food and try out a cuisine together. And then on top of that, there's going to be another WWE 2K22 30-man fantasy over-the-top rope battle royale simulation match. I did this over a month ago during my marathon where I was reacting to my own Down the Rabbit Hole video. People loved it. I didn't expect people to give it the positive reaction they did. I thought people were going to be like, nah, it's WWE. Because I used to do these all the time, and that was kind of the reaction I was getting around the tail end of me doing them. People were kind of bored of them. But I think what it is I haven't done them in so long that people are now reinvigorated for them. So I think it would be pretty awesome to read. And what I'll do is I'll probably have some returning characters who were very popular from the last time we did this. And then I'll have totally new fantasy characters interjected into this match. So it's going to be exciting. And of course, I commentate on it. It takes about 45 minutes to do. It should be pretty fun. So there you have it. That's coming up in early July. When exactly, I don't know. I'm looking right now. Maybe we could actually do it the first weekend of July, if we determine what I want to do for the React event by then. Read July 2nd or July 3rd. One of those I could do it as. Well, man, that would really be cutting it close, no? That would really be cutting it close because that's only a week from this Saturday. But I may still do it. If not, I'll probably do it the next weekend right after that, okay? I have to think about it. Anyway, so, yeah, there you go. And that's what's going on right now, okay? So I hope that's a lot of stuff. It covers a lot. I hope that sounds good to you guys. And good stuff, okay? All right, now, I have finished my gabbing portion of the stream. We're now going to do shout-outs. Since we're doing shout-outs, I feel I should start giving rewards for contributions. Reward tier number 1 is Gunner Glasses. Ew. Oh, God, they're dirty. Yuck. Let's wipe those fuckers off. Okay, much better. And you guys have voted for the Pikachu hat. Okay? It's going to be very exciting watching me playing Simon's Quest wearing this thing. Okay. Now, we need to do another poll for a vest. No, I never played the classic Castlevanias like this. I rented Castlevania 3 and 4. I never played 1 and 2 at all. This is my first experience with these games. Which vest is Simon's... No, which vest is best for Simon's Quest. This is a test. Okay. We'll do the original beige. We'll do gold. Last vest I wore was platinum, so that one we'll rule out. How about we do denim? And let's do... What's one I haven't done in a very long time? Probably gray. Let's toss gray into the mix. I haven't worn that in a while. So beige, gold, denim, and gray. There you go. All right. Let's get to shout-outs, all right? So we start off today with a re-upping of the membership from Fruito7, who says, you're playing Last of Us 1 Remake. Don't roast me, please. Probably not. It's exactly the same as The Last of Us 1 with updated graphics and some gameplay tweaks that make it play more like Last of Us 2 than Last of Us 1. It's literally the same game. So unless there's massive demand for me to do it, I'm not doing it. By the way, it's $70 fucking dollars. It's the biggest ripoff in gaming. It's literally Naughty Dog saying to the customer base, we know you're stupid, so please pay us full price for a game that you've already played because we know you're stupid. And we need some money to line our pockets, and you're stupid, so please pay us $70 for this game that you've already played because you're stupid. There's no other justification for charging $70 for it. They just think that you're stupid. So, there you have it. Okay. Thank you to Eternal, who has done a super chat and says, bless up, brother. Thank you, Eternal, for the super chat. Let's get you on the leaderboard. First super chatter of the day. Okay. By the way, Naughty Dog thinks you're stupid. Okay. Now, let us get to tips. Let's shout out for tips and get this going here. So the first tip of the today was from an anonymous tipper who tipped $1.50 and said, instead of doing drugs, drinking, or smoking, people should watch DSP because it's healthier. That's right, and you'll get actually twice as high. You might not realize this. You get twice as high watching my content than anything else. It's true. It's been clinically proven. 4 out of 5 scientists believe that watching DSP Gaming streams give you mutagenic properties, and you'll start growing extra limbs out of weird orifices. So watch at your own risk, but enjoy. Graves Fiend 696 has tipped $4.20. Says, rest easy, dude. The solid majority gotcha. Thank you very much to Graves Fiend. I appreciate your support. Boss Cobra tipped me $10. Said, here's some treat money for Jasper. Thank you to Boss Cobra. Then Emil did a whopping $200 tip and says, hello, Phil. Please have a good day off and do not stress. That will certainly help for tomorrow. Why did the M disappear? Thank you, Email, for the $200 tip. With that, we're at $215 in tips and climbing. And yes, again, this is helping me for tomorrow. Thank you so very much, Email. I appreciate that. Now, hopefully I do get paid. But if I don't, this obviously, wow. Giant chunk to help pay for stuff tomorrow. Thank you. An anonymous $10 tipper tipped $10 anonymously. Thank you to the anonymous tipper who anonymously tipped. That anonymous tip will help me for tomorrow. And by tipping anonymously, you remain anonymous. So that way, no one can harass you for anonymously tipping me. So thank you very much, again, to the anonymous tipper for that very generous and supportive anonymous tip. Excuse me. Okay. Kagome, I'll see you tonight for Toy Story. Sounds good. Hope you'll be on the late stream tonight. And Jade says, you deserve it. Thank you. Thank you, Jade. No, Emil did not tip 400. He tipped one $200 tip right here. I can see it. Anyone saying that is an asshole liar. Yep. Okay. So, that's it for shout-outs for now. Okay. We have some time for Q&A. If you guys would like to do some Q&A today, please tag me in the stream chat, and I'll do my best to tackle and answer your questions. Okay? Here we go. Welcome back, Tyler. Yes, Tyler, you said you drank too much last night. Hopefully you don't have a horrible hangover, man. Welcome back to the stream. What is my favorite taco? Says Seabass604. Oh, man. I like tacos al pastor, which is, it has that pork that's very slow cooked and marinated. They basically put it on that giant rotating stand, and then it's marinated, they cut it and put it in a taco. That's amazing. But recently I also had a really good fish taco where it was breaded fish, it had flavor of the fish, but also the breading was seasoned, and then it had this really good slaw with like a tanginess to it. That was really good too. But I would say probably tacos al pastor are my favorite. So there you go. Is it called a spit? Is that what it's called? The you know, it's the metal rod, they put all the meat on it and they slow cook it and rotate it. Is it called a spit? I guess that's what it's called, as someone said. What's the best game and the worst game I've ever played? I can't answer those questions because I don't deal in absolutes. You ask me, what's the best fighting game I've ever played? Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. What's the best platformer I ever played? Super Mario World. I can't answer ultimately. I don't compare games like that. The different genres are just completely different. Senator Zen says, I found that since basically all games now can be bought digitally and I buy games digitally, has that taken away from the feeling of hype of new releases? Because basically, back in the day when I used to buy a game from a store, like GameStop, I would bring it home. I would do what was called a release day unboxing video, where not only would I talk a little bit about the game to hype myself up, but then I would take the game out of the box. I would show you what the disc looks like. I would read the instruction manual, any additional packages in. I would read the box and everything. I used to do that. It was a regular series I did. It was very popular. I'm not kidding, all right? Sometimes, if it was for a really hype game, the release day unboxing video would pay for the cost of the game more than once. That's how popular they were. I used to make like 50,000 views on these videos, and then they would have good ad revenue on them. So I'd be like making $100 to $200 on an unboxing video alone. Then I would play the game and make profit on the entirety of the playthrough. You see? That's how popular this stuff was back in the day. Okay? I agree it was hype, because back then, remember, I didn't stream. So I came home, immediately unboxed, edited, and uploaded that video right away. So you had something to get you hyped, because you knew later that day, Phil's gameplay of the new game is coming, man. This will get you hyped for it, right? And then I would start playing the game, and then I would incrementally upload certain videos during the day while I continued to record a new batch. And on release day, sometimes you'd have the release day unboxing plus like 5 to 10 hours of release day gameplay, okay? So, do I miss those days? Yes. Gaming, it was a different thing. Back then, gaming was completely different. It really was. It wasn't big business. It wasn't, oh, everything's about corporate shit, shills on the internet, profitability. It had nothing to do with that. It was about the love of the game. It was passion. It was like, wow, people love games. They shared their experiences with those games online. There was overwhelming positivity towards people online who did content back then. It was a completely different world 10 years ago, or however long you want to say, when that stuff was prominent. Okay, it really was. It felt very different. Man, what a difference in 10 years how things have changed, right? Now, do I feel myself being less hyped for game releases today than I did back then? In general, yes. Being transparent with you guys, yeah, I am. Back then, it was easy to get hyped for a AAA game. Why? Most AAA games back then were surefire winners. You knew if you bought a game from Bethesda or Sony, you know, one of their first-party studios, right? Ugh, piece of hair. Or, I don't know. Think of all the big studios out there, right? There were these tried-and-true studios. You knew when you bought a game from them, you were about to play an amazing gameplay experience. It was going to last you a while. You were going to have a memorable experience that was going to be like a Game of the Year contender, right? Today, it doesn't matter what game you play. You have no idea what you're about to play. It could be a piece of unfinished dog shit coming out from a great studio. There's just no more of that confidence in games anymore when you buy them. So it's very hard to get hyped over games when you have no confidence that the game you're about to play will be anything good. Okay? That's number one. And then on top of that, it's very hard to get hyped for a game when people are already playing it 2 weeks before you. And that's just, again, me trying to be honest and transparent with you. It used to be everyone got the games same time. Everyone rushed to play them at the same time. You had that new game release feel, oh my God, at midnight, everyone got the game. Everyone's playing it. They're going online to play the first multiplayer. They're going through the campaigns, experiencing it all for the first time. They're posting about it on their social media. Oh, I came to this part. It was really exciting. Here's a screen capture of my playthrough, blah, blah, blah. None of that happens anymore. There's these selected group of content creators who are given games early. And they literally put out content of them so early that new release hype is completely destroyed. You already know shit about the game a week ahead of time. Why do game studios think this is a good idea? How fucking stupid can you be? There's probably 1 million people who watch those people play the game early and don't buy the game now because they know what it is. You have to be a fucking moron to think that this is good promotion of your game. It's asinine. But these dumb fucks think this is good game promotion. It's not. Actually having everyone on the same page, rushing out to play a game at launch because you don't know what to expect, used to sell games. Now those sales fizzle out when people already know what the game is because they've already seen the whole fucking playthrough before the game came out. It's absolutely stupid. It's dumb. It's idiotic that they're doing this. Okay? So how can there be any new release hype when this is how they do things today? You know? Really? Now, what am I hyped for? Am I hyped for Sonic Origins? Of course I am. I love the classic Sonic games. I'm hyped because it's games I already played. I know they're going to be fun to play with and share with you guys. Is it a new release? Not really. And these games have already been out, right? I'm hyped for Capcom Fighting Collection. Is it because it's a big AAA release? No. It's because it's classic fighting games. It's going to be throwback fun. We're going to have fun not only offline but online together. I can't wait to get my hands on Anniversary Edition again. I haven't played it since like 2006. It's going to be a great time. Seriously, it's going to be fun. Is it a hot new AAA release? No. These are the games that I'm more hyped for than AAA releases at this point. Seriously. Here you go. Senator Zen says, this is exactly what put me off from buying Forbidden West, which I was 90% going to buy. People were playing Forbidden West a week ahead of time. There were already playthroughs all over the internet. Why? Because dumb fucks at Sony or Guerrilla Games or whatever say, oh, if we get a golden selected streamer and content creator to put out a artificially positive playthrough of the game early, it'll sell more copies. Yeah, well, how did that work for you? Really? Look at the sales numbers of Forbidden West compared with the other games that came out that month, in particular Elden Ring. How did that work for you? Really? I don't think it worked very well. I think you're an idiot. Whoever makes those decisions are fucking idiots. Okay. All right. Anso Kamaru has sent me $1.50. Says, easy to get hyped for games if you play what's interesting rather than a AAA title just because it's AAA. They're the most boring. Uninspired, I think you meant to say. And samey nonsense. I'll never get why that's the focus of content creators. Because they get paid for it. Because they get paid for it. Why do you think anyone... I'll tell you right now. Literally, anybody who's playing a big hyped AAA release early is getting paid for it. They all have these partnership agreements with these companies to put out positive content on that game early to try to get common people to buy the game at launch. They're getting paid for it. They don't... What do you think they would do it for free? Oh, I normally play one type of game, but I'm going to go completely outside of my comfort zone to play this game. Oh, by the way, I just happen to be playing it a week earlier than anyone can buy it. Oh, what a coinky-dink. What a shocking coincidence. It's totally not a paid advertisement or anything, right? Anyway. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with Q&A. If you could tag me in the chat, all right, I will answer your questions. Jade is wondering, can we play War of the Monsters on his birthday? When is your birthday, Jade? I'm just curious because I don't know. I know you said it's in July. Because in July, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for late night chill stuff. Okay? Expand Dong says the reviews are in. The new Fire Emblem game is a winner. I'm comparing them to Zelda Age of Calamity, and across the board it's superior. I'll give you my thoughts on release, but it's looking like a banger. Yeah, please let me know on release. Like I said, that's a wait and see for me. If it ends up looking and playing good, then maybe I'll play it. Oh my god, Darkness, that's terrible. He says refrigerator broke, he bought a replacement, and that one was broken out of the box. That's fucking really bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Sweetie man, you know that I can read your Italian phrases, right? I know what you're saying. You're saying a small penne. Have you ever had the Italian dishes a small penne, meaning a small penis he's alluding to? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I eat the small penises all the time. Of course I do. Sweetie man, because I'm stupid and I can't read what you said. Oh, my God. Am I surprised Kingdom Hearts 4 is being developed? No, I'm not. If you haven't noticed, a couple things have happened since Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. Number one, it sold like crazy. It sold record numbers. It made them a ton of money. That's number one. Number two, they actually didn't, they did not release a ridiculous amount of spin-offs since then. I think there's been maybe one. It's like a mobile game. There's been nothing major crazy. They're not oversaturating the market anymore. All right? So because they're not oversaturating the market, there's going to be legit demand for a new game. And I think this is a unique opportunity for them to learn from their mistakes with Kingdom Hearts 3 and actually make Kingdom Hearts 4 much better. I was very critical of the Kingdom Hearts franchise between 2 and 3, saying it was literally milk the shit out of the series, make 100 sequels no one wants, and or you have to pay like $4,000 to be up on the story. They're actually not doing that this time. So I'm not going to be harsh on them. I'm going to say I think that they're doing the right thing. And if they just develop Kingdom Hearts 4 and make that the next one, and you don't have to play 17 periphery games to enjoy Kingdom Hearts 4, I think it could be a really good game. Again, though, they have to listen to the feedback, all right, that they got. And they have to basically improve the game. You can't just fucking toss a game out there and hope that people are going to buy it if it just has all the same issues as the last one. Oh, okay. So, Jade, okay, so your birthday's around the middle of July. Okay. On July 19th, there's a double new release. On July 19th, we're playing both Stray, and I think there's a... Hold on. Stray and As Dusk Falls both come out July 19th. Okay? So, I'll be honest with you, Jade, it would be kind of tough, because if we're doing a double new release the day before, likely people are going to want to see that new release again for several days before they want to break. It would be tough to squeeze in War of the Monsters, but I guess we can see what we can do. Maybe I can play it at some point that week. Maybe exactly not on the 20th, but maybe some point that week. We'll have to see. Okay. Oh, let's see. Shia, it's like I said, I would like to start playing the game, Simon's Quest, to try to figure it out, but I guarantee you within like an hour, I'm not going to know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going to be completely lost and I'm going to need help. So. Oh, God. Atsu Kamaru says, actually, there is a new phone-related Kingdom Hearts game coming out soon, and if you don't play it, you won't understand the story of 4. I take it all back. Kingdom Hearts is fucking shit. I take it back. There you go. It looks like the gold vest is going to win. It's leading by 46%. Let me get the gold vest, because it's in a pile of vests on my floor. Remember I told you the command strips broke on my wall? So now I have to buy new ones to rehang my my vest rack. Here it is. Okay, good. Let me get this on for you. And by the way, Jasper Kitty is allowed in the office today if he would like to be. Here he is. Hello, buddy. He ran in when I said his name. Oh, that's so cute. He's like, someone said my name, someone said my name, and he comes running. That's cute. So welcome, Jasper Kitty. You can be in here today if you would like. Okay, buddy? He won't be in here every day. It depends on the day. Like I said, once again, now my schedule's changing again. So, you know, he's been in here a few days this week. He will not be in here Thursday. I think, I got to double check. I don't want to promise you guys something. I know he won't be in here Thursday. But he may be in here for the fighting game stuff this weekend. I guess we'll see. I don't remember. Oh, look at this. He's like, what are you wearing? Look at it. He's like, what the hell are you wearing on your head? Like, what is going on, Jasper Kitty? Oh, crawling on me. Will I ever try out a game like FIFA? Maybe. If you guys wanted me to. If it was on Game Pass, it's more of a chance. I don't think I would buy it at this point. Astronaut, it's not that I'm not a dog person. I've never had a dog. When I was growing up, the only pets I ever had were rabbits and hamsters. And, you know, my wife and I wanted to get a pet. And my wife loves cats. So we ended up rescuing Jasper Kitty from a rescue shelter. That's right. But, not to say that we hate dogs or anything. We don't. But my wife just really likes cats and wanted to get a kitty. So we got Jasper Kitty. Maybe one day we will get a dog. I don't know. I'm not against it. But at the same time, here's the deal. Dogs need a lot more attention and space. We do have a big house, so that's good. And there's a dog walk park behind our house. That's good. But dogs need a lot more attention, especially when they're younger. Once a dog is trained, it's different. When a dog is younger, dogs tend to get into a lot of trouble. They do a lot of things that aren't safe. And both my wife and I work. So with us both working, we don't have time to be sitting around watching the dog all day. You see? We don't have to watch Jasper Kitty all day because he's a good kitty, right? Here we go. Oh, he's in lovey-dovey mode. He's rubbing my hand with his face. I'm petting his back. He loves this. He's in lovey-dovey mode right now. Very nice. Amzy, right now, when I say I'm working out, I'm literally just walking and or light jogging. As I said, as things progress, I may do more than that. For now, this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it every other day. That's pretty much as much time as I have for it. Eventually, what I would like to do, once I get to a point where just like the walking and or light jogging isn't really doing much for me anymore, then what I'd like to do is maybe change my whole routine where I wake up early every day and I do it every morning. And I have a regimen where I do it before I really do anything. So maybe I get up, immediately grab something to drink, you know, work out a bit, shower, breakfast, and then I'm on stream. That's what I'm kind of thinking eventually I'm going to end up doing. But right now, basically I'm just doing it every other day between my streams. I'll eat dinner, you know, and then I immediately start working out a little bit, and then I shower, and then I'm on my next stream. That's actually exactly what I'm doing today. I'm streaming, uploading, eating, working out, shaving, shower, back to stream. Zero downtime. I do it for 30 minutes. 30-minute increments of either power walking or jogging. Yes. And I do it between, it's like 1 and 2 miles. You know, it's not exact. I'm using apps and things to track shit, you know. Kyler just did a super chat and says, what's the craziest thing Jasper has done? Man, the craziest thing? Jasper's not a crazy kitty. He does some silly things. I don't know if he does crazy stuff. Jasper, I'm just updating the leaderboard. It's okay. You didn't have to move. Man, crazy things he's done. I'm trying to think. Well, he jumps and tries to get bugs. So if he sees like a flying bug, sometimes he'll jump and try to hit it. Sometimes he jumps up and hits the light switches in the house to turn the lights on or off, which is kind of silly. When he gets hyper, because we have a larger house, when he gets hyper, he'll run through the entirety of the house. He'll come from up here in the hallway, running through the hallway, jumping, kicking off the wall, runs all the way downstairs, across the room, leaps up on top of the couch, runs all the way around the edge of the couch, down to the floor, around, and then runs through the hall, up the stairs again. And he'll actually make his version of a roar, which is like, meow, meow. He'll do that when he does it, because he's so full of energy. It's really cute. You like his bow tie? We just got him this a few weeks ago. His old bow tie, it was a collar. He'd worn it for about 1.5 years, and it finally wore out, so we got him a new one. Nikita Gamer, did you ask about 3DS stuff? I missed it. It scrolled off the screen. It's kind of hard. I got a cat on my lap. I can't really check. Were you asking about me capturing on the 3DS? If that is what you're asking, I do have a old 3DS XL that has a capture device built into it. I bought that literally as soon as I moved out here 8 years ago. And for about a year or two, I did a bunch of playthroughs on it. Okay? And they were pretty fun, to be honest. I think I played Monster Hunter. I played Tomodachi Life. I'm trying to remember what else I did. I did a Pokemon playthrough. So I captured all of that. But then I haven't played anything on 3DS since then. And I have absolutely no idea if the capture device would still work. I haven't, plugged it into my PC. My PC is now 8 years old and already, has issues with things. So there's no guarantee this thing would work. I'm not saying it wouldn't, just I haven't really tried it in a million years, and there hasn't really been demand for 3DS stuff. So that's why I really don't know if I can capture from 3DS or not. I'd have to test it, and I honestly I'd have to find I don't even know where the wire is for it. I haven't used it in so long, I don't even know where the wire is to plug the damn thing in to see if it'll work. So likely it's not going to. I don't even know where the 3DS is right now. I have no concept of where it is. It could be in a bin over there. It could be in my closet somewhere. I have no idea. It's been that long. Yes, I know. Fall Guys released on all consoles today as a free-to-play game. If you've never played Fall Guys, then today would be your day to check it out. It's a fun party game for sure. It's fun for random online play. I've been there, done that, played it many different seasons. I'm not going to go back and play it again, but it's pretty silly fun. The 3DS is in the Twilight Zone? Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere, though. Darkness says, would you play Skate 4 when it releases? Possibly. I won't write it off, but again, there's a lot of factors. Is it on Game Pass? How much does it cost? How difficult is it? Do people want to see it? These are all factors that come into play for me when I consider if I'm going to play a game or not. So. Okay. Still no payment has come through from YouTube. Gotta hope for the best. Expand Dong says, with the success of this PlayStation 1 retro playthrough, I guess he's talking about Toy Story 2, will we see Nintendo 64 playthroughs via the Switch Online expansion kit? Only if people wanted them. Again, it's about demand. The reason that I'm playing Toy Story 2 right now is because when I was exploring what was on PS Plus Premium and people stumbled upon it, were like, ooh, this is a classic play. I played it for 45 minutes. People loved it. And then I said, okay, I would play it for a full playthrough because you guys want it. Same thing here. If there are N64 games on the Switch Premium service that you guys think you would want to see, then I would consider getting it. But I'm not just going to get it if there's nothing on there that people want. I don't even know what games are on there. So, of course I remember the Vest Streak. How could I forget it? Incredibly supportive months. That was really good because that was a time when I was just going through bankruptcy and, income was really, really messed up at that time. And because of the Vest Streak, I basically got through it. If I didn't have that Vest Streak, things would have been really bad, but the Vest Streak basically saved my butt during those, 4 months of crazy support. That was outstanding, man. Okay. Guys, are we ready? YouTube just tipped me $25 and says, here you go. Well, if YouTube is only paying me $25 for a whole month's work, I think I'm going to go out of business very quickly. So I'm just going to assume that this is someone saying that they're YouTube, tipping me, and it's not really YouTube. Thank you so much to YouTube for the $25 tip. I really appreciate that. Okay. Quark says, do I think standards are now set for developers taking on retro reboots with the success of Streets of Rage 4 and Turtles? I would hope so. I think they're both really great games. I think having them on a service like Game Pass just adds value and more people are going to play them. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me that they would keep making great games like that, and I would play them for sure. Do I eat butter chicken? I think I had butter chicken once and I really liked it, but I don't think I've had it since. Well, Nikita Gamer's happy that I answered their questions, But then they said, I got some questions for my answers for my questions, but now I have more questions based on your answers. Ugh. That's how life works. It's not just why. Here's why. Then the next question is, oh, well, why that? Well, can you elaborate on that? What about this in relation to that? That's what happens. That's life, man. All right. Let us end this pre-stream. Thank you for everyone watching. By the way, let's hope for the best. Let's hope this pre-stream can upload today. Because I don't know if it can. You know? Right now, I'm taking a look. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 12:30 p.m. The pre-stream from yesterday still has not processed. It has now officially been 18 hours. And it still is processing and has not finished processing. So let's hope for the best, and let's hope that this pre-stream can upload and actually be viewed by people later today. Okay? Guys, thank you. Great pre-stream. Let's end it, and let's get started with gameplay.